Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Kiticus. It's been a while. I wanted to make a video today, a little bit off topic. I'm sorry about the lack of, well, hair. No, I'm not sorry about that. Sorry about the lack of any presentation whatsoever, just the wall behind me. But I wanted to make a video about, I guess, feelings or whatever. Lately, or no, not lately, I'm going to say yesterday, I hit the lowest point in my depression that I've been in a long time. Today I feel a little better, a little, but I wanted to make a video just about some thoughts that I was having. And that video is about something that I feel that we're doing wrong as a society, or at least something that's been kind of, that I've noticed is a problem with the idea of self-help. I think that something has been lost or hidden behind all of the messages that we have everything we need to help ourselves get better when we need it. You only need to rely on yourself and you don't need to rely on others. The message is like, the answers are from within and all this stuff. And the opposite of that is this severe perversion of looking to others for validation through like TikTok or YouTube or whatever, or Twitter when you post a thought and you hope that people will like it and stuff. And that's the opposite end of it. So there's the one end where you're supposed to be able to do everything yourself and help yourself and find all the answers from within. And there's the other end where, please notice me, senpai, just like this insane amount of looking for external validation. And I think the truth of what someone needs to do to find help or to start helping themselves is more in the direction of self-help, but at least to a noticeable degree, not needing, but you know what? I think all of us do need external validation. Not all the time, not for everything, and not to ridiculous amounts, and not the only thing, but I think we all do need external validation to a degree. And the reason for that is because, I don't know if you've ever imagined this, but I have, and that is where you have the choice between doing something, or doing something, let's say, the right way, the better way, the more thorough way, or the more moral way, whatever it may be, or doing it an easy way and whatever, and, just not really giving it much thought. And you decide to do it the better way, and once you finish, you just imagine some higher power judges or whatever, looking down on you and congratulating, yeah, that was a good job. Oh, well, I'm really proud of him or her for doing that, or they for doing that. And my thought is, I've imagined that before. I've imagined that on many times. I feel a sense of pride, I don't know, or just at least warmth at the thought that my doing things a better way, better in the sense of higher quality, or with more thought and care, or with more kindness, or being more thorough, my thought, or the feeling that I get from doing it that way is, a sense of warmth, yeah, I did it the right way, and somebody cares. And that's the key right there, is somebody cares. And I think that all of us want to feel like we matter. It's definitely what we want to feel, is that we matter, that what we do matters, what we choose to do matters, and the results of what we do matters. And I think that, large corporations like TikTok or Instagram or whatever, they've caught on to it, and again, they've perverted it to the sense of making people sick for external validation, by hooking into that, just as, game companies hook into our dopamine centers to try to keep us, playing longer, and maybe spending money on microtransactions by making us, giving us dopamine hits for money. Well, these large corporations that do the external validation route, they're also hooking into something that animalistically, the dopamine center is supposed to reward us for, doing things well and, you know, I don't know, to some degree, guaranteeing the future of our species. And external validation is also useful for social animals. Our clan or our tribe or in this case, we're a part of a civilization, a human civilization. We want our peers or our tribe or whatever to be proud of us, to feel like we did a good job. And the way that benefited us before all of these technological advancements was that it would motivate us to do things that were good for our people, that would guarantee some kind of benefit to our people, and perhaps play a part in guaranteeing the survival of us tomorrow. And that's because we are social animals. We work together. That we're the next step up from chimpanzees, the only step up from chimpanzees. And you look at them, and they're also very social animals. And you look at gorillas and all the primates. There, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different species. Maybe there's one or two that are solitary, but from what I know, most primates, and we are great apes, they are social animals. They work in societies that help them work together. You've got one almost being eaten by a leopard, and you got the other one pulling its tail to draw their attention away so that the first one can run away, and then they can both skitter off. And that situation would have been a guaranteed death for one of them if the other one didn't pull the leopard's tail, and the death of one of them might mean that the other one couldn't, find a mate and make babies. And Milo, he's over there somewhere, not his baby. But back to the point, I think all of us, well, I mean, I can speak for myself. What can I do but speak for myself? I know that I feel better when what I do matters. And the question I often have is, what should I do, or what do I want to do, or what can I do that matters? I mean, I'm surrounded by music gear that I can make music on, but I almost never do. I'm surrounded by video games that I almost never want to play. I've got a computer full of hundreds of Steam games that, again, I never want to play. I can go out and do stuff, but mostly on my own. And the question is constantly arising in me of, like, why? Sorry for the cut there. My cat started yowling. But yeah, I think a lot of us feel this, like, need to get some form of external validation. And one of the reasons I think it isn't wrong to want external validation, now again, not all the time, everything in moderation, but to a degree. And one of the reasons I think that this whole everything you need is with yourself and learn how to do everything for yourself is wrong, the 100% of it is wrong, is because if the only person that can help you is you, and you fail, that means you're the only one to blame. Doesn't mean that anyone else is to blame if they try to help you and you don't feel better. Doesn't mean you need to blame them, but it does mean that this all or nothing doesn't work in either direction, at least in my own opinion. That I think, another cat meow break. But it does mean, at least as far as I can see it, every 2 seconds this little guy starts yowling while I'm making the video. Hey buddy. That's Milo. He's half cat. Not half cat, half something else, just half of a cat. But yeah, it doesn't... I'm kind of lost my train of thought here. What I'm trying to say is that I don't think that it's the right approach, at least in my own perspective, to seek all the answers you need inside. I think it's a great idea to read self-help books. I think it's a great idea to learn self-reliance. I think it's a great idea to look for answers within. But I also don't think it's a terrible thing to also value external validation. I don't think you should feel bad for wanting external validation. I I don't even think that you should feel bad for craving external validation or like hounding after it, although you perhaps should realize that that's a problem in and of itself. It is a natural thing to desire it to an unhealthy amount, um, especially when you feel like you're not getting enough of it. But everything in moderation, that recognizing that that could be a problem, just as recognizing, at least in my own view, that um, the the idea that um, all the answers you need are inside of yourself. I don't really believe that. I think it's a combination. I think that you should work at self reliance, but also, I mean, I would like to be able to think of ways that I could do things that other people would appreciate. I mean, I make music. I would love it if somebody appreciated it. I would love to think of ways that I could make music in a stream with people, watching, or make a video about doing music stuff and have at least a few people that think it's awesome. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, that's basically just the gist of my video today, is that it was a thought that I had, and that is that there's nothing wrong with looking within for answers, but I don't think that is the answer. And there's nothing wrong with wanting someone to appreciate what you've done because you did it. There's nothing wrong with the feeling happiness that somebody else appreciates what you did, or wanting somebody else to appreciate what you did. I think that I can't say I think that we want to be observed at our best, or at least the things that we value most. And I think we want to be appreciated for them. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Anyway, that's it for my video. I'm really glad you guys watched it. And there's comments down below. So I guess I'll talk to you guys in the future. This is Katicus, out.